we shouldn't restrict ourselves, right? Because that's not what discipline is. Discipline is about finding the balance, like you said. Like, we need to find the balance. So instead of piling like 10 brownies in our mouths, because that is possible. I've done it. I've seen people do it. That's possible. But if we just pick one up and chew it, small bites, slowly, we'll get the taste, we'll get that sugar, and then we won't feel compelled to continue eating. But like, junk food, tell me if this is your experience as well, but from my experience with junk food like that, the faster you eat it, or the quicker you eat it, the more mindlessly you eat it, the more your body wants it, because there's something about the sugar in it that causes us to crave more. Think about too when you eat like chips or something. The powder on chips has a very, very addictive quality to it, that like the more you eat, the more you want. So it's like, it's the same thing with holiday treats. It's like, the more you eat, the more you will want, and I can tell you, the more you will regret eating it the day after. So you got to keep that in mind too.
Yes, exactly, 100%. Yes, yeah, the sugar is very addictive. Yes, that's so true. That's so true. And then I like that you bring the factual stuff, and my approach is always a little bit like holistic, or mind and emotions. But then the next day you feel regret, the next day you feel better about yourself, and you're like, what is gonna make me feel better? Another brownie. Yeah. And then we keep ourselves in the loop. So it's really about keeping the balance. I totally agree with that. So it's not about restricting, because that's another way of making ourselves feel bad, but it's really finding the balance.
Right. Yeah. So many people, I feel like, when they start, I don't like the word dieting, because I think that's very restrictive, but when they start trying to make healthier choices with their eating habits, they feel they need to completely cut off like sugary stuff and things they love. And this actually sets them up for failure, because they just can't go very long without it. They're like just thinking about it, like, oh man, I really want this brownie, I really want this brownie, I really want this brownie, or donut, or whatever it is. And it's like, my mentality is, well, if you want it, eat it. But eat one. And if you eat more than that, prepare to suffer for it, right? Like, and then you learn from it. Like, that's what balance is. It's not like restricting yourself. Like, if you go, or when you go to a holiday party and you're around all this stuff, don't look at the pile of cookies and be like, oh, I can't have that, I can't have that. Because then you're going to end up eating the entire thing. Don't you think?
Yeah. Yes. No, yeah, that's true. Exactly. And you know what? There's so much power in allowing yourself to have it.
Yeah.
One piece, just properly like savor it, enjoy it.
Right.
And saying no to the next one.
Right.
Or just like, okay, this is enough. I am in charge. I've had the joy, but at the same time I am in charge.
Exactly.
To me that's how we can create the balance.
Exactly.